Prometo ser fiel a la República, cumplir y hacer cumplir la Constitución y sus leyes.
On Sunday, June 28th, the world learned that Manuel Zelaya was no longer the president of Honduras. What follows is an account of the events that led to his loss of constitutional powers. On March 23rd, Manuel Zelaya issued a presidential decree which had the force of law and called for a national referendum to be held on June 28th. This violated the Constitution because the only body authorized to declare a referendum is the Supreme Electoral Tribunal. The Attorney General, the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Electoral Tribunal all declared the intended referendum illegal. Dozens of national institutions and associations joined in condemning the proposed referendum by Manuel Zelaya as unconstitutional. On June 25th, he issued a second decree, this time calling for a survey. However, it was still an illegal referendum. On the same day, the Supreme Electoral Tribunal and the Attorney General confiscated the ballots and supplies to be used in the referendum. President Zelaya and his supporters broke into the warehouse and seized the ballots by force. The specific violation made by Manuel Zelaya was to call for the replacement of the Constitution with a new Constitution, which is strictly prohibited by Article 239. The article states that any official who attempts or intends to replace the Constitution will automatically lose all constitutional powers, and the President is no exception. The Attorney General's investigation concluded that Manuel Zelaya had, in fact, violated the Constitution, and the National Prosecutor concurred. The Supreme Court ruled that the penalty for this violation was specifically spelled out in the Constitution. The penalty? Automatic removal from office and loss of all constitutional powers. The court ordered the armed forces to carry out its constitutionally prescribed duty and serve Manuel Zelaya with an arrest warrant. Former President Zelaya violated the Constitution, and his actions set all of these events in motion. In the United States, Richard Nixon learned a similar lesson. He learned that no citizen is above the law, and he was forced from office. Given the fact that there is no immunity in Honduras, the Constitution does not provide for a process of impeachment. Therefore, an arrest warrant issued by the Supreme Court is the correct procedure. Could former President Zelaya have been treated differently? Perhaps, but the armed forces acted constitutionally and on the unanimous order from the Supreme Court. Today, democracy in Honduras is alive and strong because the Constitution worked.